We're live.
I
I feel like I'm like surprised at ourselves every time we do this. I'm like, oh, okay, we're here.
know. It's kind of like a rush to get here. It's like a rush to get to the airport and then you just
and then you get there and you're like, oh, I made it.
yeah.
Are you a walk on the plane person, or are you're like a I don't want to sit around person, right?
I mean, I like to be there I'm okay if I'm there like 5 or 10 minutes early.
Yeah, that's
I don't want to be there for an excessive amount of time because then I kind of get bored, but I don't want to
I would
also
go
be
that
like
way.
last minute. But then there's always that weird like you got to take off your backpack and then it's just yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's easier just to stand around, I guess.
Hell of an intro today, guys.
Well, you know what? Let's just since while we're waiting for people to join, I feel like let's talk about our Monday morning meeting question that I asked this morning.
Oh, I loved that you put that in your life, by the way.
Yeah. So, what was your answer, Jen? Do you want a housekeeper, I think it was, or a personal chef?
I voted personal chef. I actually really enjoy cooking. I just don't enjoy the planning that has to come before the cooking,
Yeah.
especially since I have 2 kids and a husband. So it's very like, okay, well, I want this, but they won't eat that. So this is what's healthy for me. If I could just have somebody plan out my meals and make sure that like dietary it was healthy, but also tasted delicious, sold.
Yeah. Man, and they make some really good meals.
I know.
I've seen like, what do you call that? Reality TV, I guess. All right. Well, what are we talking about today, Jen?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to live number 5. We are talking about drumroll project details today. So project details or project overview, as you guys might want to refer to it. That main page that you go to on your projects where you get to see all the tabs across the top. So that is getting a facelift along with the rest of the software. As you guys jump in, please definitely say hello. Let us know where you are watching from. Obviously, as we go through stuff, ask questions, all those things. We'll answer questions live as we start chatting.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Okay, go ahead. We'll talk about what's launching when at the end. Remind me.
Yeah. So I wanted to put some context up. This is the project, or this is the page we're talking about.
Yeah.
This has literally not changed since we launched, except for, I think we've added obviously some things to it. We've added like the files, we've added the project summary and second marketing source, project type, all of that stuff. We've added the actually these things were all here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Y-Stack we added, but like it's been pretty much this since for 10 years. So it was long overdue. As you can imagine, behind the scenes, there was some older code that we had to kind of eradicate and modernize.
Legacy code.
Yeah, definitely legacy code. So we have completely stripped all of that old code and we have a new project details to talk about. Are you ready?
No, wait. So I do want to go ahead and just say out loud, there's a reason that we chose to do the things that we're doing. Because sometimes we love getting feedback from you guys, but sometimes I feel like if you understand why we made the decision that we did, then it's easier for you to remember and find things. So we did kind of move some of the buttons and things that you guys are used to seeing. So I think that's going to be the biggest takeaway for today is where to find some of those things because they're not necessarily in the same place they were before. As we continue to expand out the software and add new features and new functionality, we're running out of room. So we had to start moving some of those things behind like 3-dot menus or giving you more places to expand and contract things just to make sure that you have enough room going forward. And we wanted to make sure you had enough room on the page when you're working on a tablet and stuff too. So that's my caveat before you show it to them.
Yeah. And we've shown screenshots and it, you guys have kind of seen kind of the design aesthetic that we're going towards. So none of this should be completely new.
No. And it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah. So I'm excited.
So without further ado,
ta-da!
That was exciting. So you will notice the tabs are all the same, with the exception of we added a tab for tasks. We added a tab for activities timeline. We added a tab for files and drawings. Okay, and chaos. Okay, I guess the tabs are not all the same. We didn't remove any. We just added. We didn't remove any. We just added.
Yeah, and we did change the scheduling tab to appointments. So when I first was doing testing, I was like, oh no, where'd our schedule go? It's called appointments now, but it's still there.
Yeah. Because it's not just scheduling, it's also appointments. Yeah. Okay. So the overview, again, same thing. We did keep everything that was on the old overview, but we've kind of reorganized it so it makes more sense with some additions. So first and foremost, let's talk about the sidebar. You guys have seen this. We saw it, excuse me, in the customer details live that we did a couple of lives ago. But this will give you a summary of everything about the project itself. So the project name, the customer, the property tied to it, the marketing source, the current status. So this is going to be your reference for that project. And then you'll also see an icon. We don't have the customer one here yet, but you'll see an icon to get straight to the property from here, as well as that customer. So that'll be added before we launch this. But you'll be able to quickly reference either the property information, the project information, the property information, or the customer information. Then you've got the overview. So this is essentially meant to be the same thing as our old overview. It's a quick snapshot of the entire project. So we've got that property image here. We didn't want to take that away because we know how important that is. Even though you have it at the sidebar, we kept it here. So it's a quick reference. You've got recent activities, which are going to be similar to what we talked about with the customer details update, as well as open tasks, recent files, upcoming appointments, open bids, and open invoices. Notice the action word that I used there before all of these things. So this is meant to give you a snapshot of what needs your attention and what you need to take a look at or what you need to take action on here from the overview. But then obviously you can go into any of those individual tabs and you can get all of the details. Just want to make that clear.
Yeah, because that is a bit of a shift. Typically you're seeing all of your bids, all of your tasks, or the number anyways of your tasks. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those, we're not taking any information away necessarily. We're just trying to minimize the clutter a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. Although it does look like there's a lot here.
Well, that's because it's a very active project.
It is. Yeah. And I wanted to mention that too, just to say that when you start a project, it's not going to be this full. You'll, as you're adding things, as you're adding appointments or you're adding tasks, these things will start to fill in. So it won't be so overwhelming. Yeah. But the nice thing is you can then dive into any of these individual tabs to take a look at the items. So if you go to the tasks tab, you will see all the tasks. You can take action on them. You can click this 3-dot menu. You can view the task details. You can edit the task, complete the task, etc. So we went over kind of some of this in our last live. This is going to be the same kind of structure and I guess process for everything moving forward. So we're creating what Casey would refer to. Casey is our UX UI designer, as a design language. So this is all of these things are going to start making sense. You will know exactly where to go to reference the information that you need to get for the individual thing, whether it's a task or a bid or an invoice or a payment.
Yeah. So you're always going to see those little 3-dot menus. You have this card view. I think the cool part, tasks specifically, has always been kind of like, we didn't really have enough room on that overview page to show much with the tasks when we first launched that task manager a few years ago. Now you have all of that detail right here. And if you notice, when Amanda clicked into that, it's actually opening right in this page. It's not taking you over to the task page and then you end up with 6 different tabs open on your device. So just a lot more user-friendly. You can get the information quicker in that card view.
Yeah. And then speaking of card view, Jen kind of mentioned this too. We haven't even hit on it yet. We have a card view and a table view for all of these tabs. So if you wanted to view the information in a table view, which is very similar to the other tables that we have in the rest of the site, you'll be able to see the data that way. You can export, you can sort, you can filter, or you can view those in a card view. Very exciting. I do want to switch gears a little bit because we talked about activities timeline. We didn't have it ready to show last time, but we do have something ready today. And so I thought it would be a good opportunity to show how that's actually going to work and function. So this is, here we go. So this is what it's going to look like in the customer details view, but it's going to be the exact same in the project details. So the customer details is going to give you an overview of every single email, every single note, text, tasks assigned to that customer. But then from the project level, you'll be able to see everything specific to that project. So this is a really cool view, something we've never had before. So you can click emails and you can go see every single email that has went to this customer. You can also see, I don't have the customer pulled up. I should have done that. You'll be able to see like delivered timestamps and opened timestamps. So you'll be able to see if your customer even opened this email and confirm whether it was delivered or not. Same with text. You'll be able to see if texts were delivered or if they failed. You'll be able to see those emails that failed. Right now, we send an email when those emails fail, but you'll be able to go and see that same email in here. As far as notes, you will notice that we have some comments here on the notes. So we've created a whole communication system within Contractor Accelerator. So you'll be able to do note tagging now. So I can say, hey, I don't know why I have these names. Otha is my person. We become friends. So,
you and Otha.
Hey, Otha, call the permit in or something like that. And then so you can send that comment. It will notify Otha whether it's by in-app notification or email. Again, there'll be settings for that, just like there are for all the other email or in-app notification settings. And then, sorry, I was just reading my note. So then it'll notify whoever that is, and they can go and see that comment and take action on it.
I feel like we need like sound effects like radio DJs. I think I've said this before. Like there's no like interaction. So show us some love on this, guys. This is huge. You're going to be able to tag people. You can add comments, whether it be just a general note comment, or you can add comments even to emails and things like that. You're going to be able to see all of the system stuff that the system is sending out. So texts and emails, you're going to be able to see the timestamps, know that it went, know that it was delivered. And you can see it all in like a time frame. There we go. Martinez Concrete coming in with a whoop whoop. I love it. Thank you.
I know. I was like, man, I'm surprised nobody's like, wow. This is so cool.
And we feel like we're talking to ourselves over here sometimes, guys.
Well, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up another customer because I want to show that while we're waiting. By the way, we had a comment from Luis, so we should at least acknowledge Luis.
Hello, Luis.
Thanks for hanging with us. Hold on.
Oh, I love it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, are those fish? They're sharks. Steven, why are you sending us sharks?
Oh, hey, Hammerhead Fence.
Steven, yes.
Yes. Okay, so here's what that would look like. So if you send an email to your customer through the software, it's going to show you that delivered timestamp. It's also going to show you whether they've opened it or not. So pretty cool. And we have had that information in the system since forever. We just didn't have a great way of displaying it or showing it. So if you ever want to go back and look at maybe like once we launched this, you can look at like last month or last year and see specifically if your customer has seen or opened those emails. So pretty cool.
It will backfill all that history then, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's already in the database. We just didn't ever show it.
Yeah. I love it. Hi, JC.
So that's activities timeline. Very, very exciting. All right. So let's just go through the rest of the tab, shall we?
Dee Dee says, so exciting.
It is so exciting.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. So you'll notice we have a new tab here for files and drawings. So this lived on the overview tab in the previous version. But this is really nice because it's going to give you those thumbnails. You can also go through a gallery view. You can download your drawing, and then you can also start your new drawing from here and upload files. So if you wanted to upload those multiple at the same time, just like you do now. And again, those are in a card view or a table view. So we do have the table view now, but it's very, very small. So now you get a much larger space for your table view. Yeah. And this didn't change as far as being able to turn those on to show or hide the customer those images.
Yeah, so that's something, if you guys aren't already using customer portal, that's one of the things, that's one of the benefits, is that you can add files here for your internal storage, and then you get to choose if you want to show those off to the customer or not. So if you have progress photos or before and after photos or something like that that you do want to share, you can turn those on to be shared and keep the rest private.
Look how good this page looks.
I know.
I think it's the images though, man. They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, next up we've got the appointments section tab, the appointments tab. Again, you'll be able to see those in a card view or in a table view. You'll be able to quickly mark the installation and the sales appointments. Those will be able to be completed as well. And then this is where you'll go to schedule appointments. Oh, we got Tony dropping in.
Tony.
This is where you'll be able to schedule those appointments as well. So when you click new appointment, the calendar will pop up. This is what we're showing in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever the date is. We'll talk about that at the end of the call or end of the live. But this is where you can go and use the calendar and schedule just like you do now. Then it'll add these appointment cards.
Yeah.
All right.
I think this is the piece that Amanda was saying. This is going to connect more to that brand new calendar feature. So when you schedule an appointment today, you're only able to schedule that sales appointment and that installation appointment. And that's what you're seeing here is the evaluation and installs. But going forward, you're going to have a lot more appointment types. You're going to have a lot more functionality here. So this page will continue to get built out. And we'll be launching those two things together.
Yeah. Well, once we launch this, calendar gets launched at the same. It's all together.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's a big change. It's a big change.
It's getting close, guys. It's getting close.
Where the light, I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
I know.
Next up, we have bids. So again, you've got that card view, table view, which we don't have for bids now. Like kind of what we show in our existing project details page is what we would consider like a card view. It's just they're very stretched out. So we've kind of taken those and we've created these little cards. And then again, you can view the table. So just like the new bids table, it lists all the bids for this project. You can see the status, or again, you can manage that with the card view. These are pretty cool because you can actually open and see the activity. You can also open and download those documents right from here as well. So we've kind of condensed these cards just to keep things from being super overwhelming. But then if you wanted to dive in and see the individual files, or if you wanted to look at the timestamps, you can see, you know, this one says that it was viewed by the customer. You can go and see and confirm that time that the customer viewed it. So we're giving you all that same information just in a much cleaner, more organized way.
Yeah. Well, and like I said at the beginning, part of the reason that you're seeing these drop downs and stuff with these collapse and expand is because we have plans to add more things. And so we can't have everything being visible. We have to be able to make it not so chaotic. So
and then these are the same now. So if you click on the action menu and you go to view details, it will take you into that bid details page, which is what we just launched a few weeks ago. So you can get into the individual details. You can look at the components or the drawings or the images that were attached to that specific bid. But again, this gives you that option to see the kind of high level information here, and then you can dive into the details. And then you will notice, like Jen was saying, we've put some stuff behind action menus. So this one is going to be where you can actually copy that bid and make another one, or you can send out the warranties or do a scope change. So all of those little buttons that you used to see on the card are now put into this menu.
Yeah, that's where you'll send your warranties and things like that too.
And notice we've gotten really, I guess, what's the word? We've gotten really generous with our icons. But I will say for me, and I don't know how it is for you, Jen, I think you would be the same because you don't like to read everything.
I don't like to read.
Yeah. So
I enjoy reading books, but not when I'm trying to do something.
The icons give you, they give you a really nice way of visually knowing exactly where to go to see the thing that you're looking for. Like a cancel is red because it's drastic, you know, or like a delete. But the icons just kind of give you that additional layer of quickly identifying the thing that you're looking for. So you're not having to read through every single menu item. So we're trying to create, like I said, this design language to make it easier and more efficient for you guys, and also more flexible for us so that we can keep adding new things.
Yeah. Amanda, will you show them where that accept bid button is on that finalized one too?
Yeah.
So one of the things that you can do today that, of course, we would not take away is that if you are sitting at the kitchen counter talking with that homeowner or whatever, and they're ready to accept the bid right then and there, you don't have to make them go find it. We didn't remove that. It is in that 3-dot menu. So I just want to make sure everybody knows where to look for those things. And then Cindy has a question for us. Will you be able to edit bids from the card view?
You can edit the bid name, but you won't be able to edit the bid like once it's finalized. None of that is changing. If the bid is not finalized, if it's just started, then there will be an edit bid button that will take you to the bid to edit the information.
So essentially the same functionality as you have today. There's an edit function that would take you into the bid creator to make those edits.
Good question.
I like it. Hi, Cindy, by the way.
And this is the same as what we have now. So if you click new bid, you can either upload a file or you can use our bid creation system. And so you can go through that whole guided bid system that you have now.
Yeah. And just to be clear, nothing is changing with the bid creator with this update. It's just this project page to get into the bids that's changing.
Yeah. Do you want me to do that? So if you hit create new bid, we have our name, hit create. It's going to take you over to the bid creator just like you do now. Yeah. So none of that is different.
Yeah.
Cool. Where did I go?
I think the biggest takeaways that I want you guys to take from today is you're getting more information at a glance, but your actions that you're taking are usually going to be found in that 3-dot menu. Just as, you know, Amanda lives and breathes in this stuff with the development team as they're creating it. And oftentimes I've seen it once or twice and then I get to go in and test it. So I think that was the biggest thing I had to get used to is just find, where did that go? Oh, it's usually in the 3-dot menu.
Yeah. Yep. Same as the project too. So up in that 3-dot menu on the sidebar is going to be that edit project information, the project overview PDF. And then here's where you can also change the project status. So you'll notice here, you can also click change status. So this is kind of like a quick action. So you can quickly get into changing the project status, but it is also available in that 3-dot menu as well as delete.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the biggest change.
Well, we were going to skip that and go to costs.
That's right. You are right. You are right. Okay.
I wanted to say
Sorry. Little teaser. So we used to have costs in the overview tab, which didn't really make sense. I mean, it made sense, but it didn't make sense because the overview should be just kind of like an overview, and then you go to the things to do whatever you need to do. So we moved costs out because it should stand on its own. And we want to build this system out where you can actually, you know, see the materials or the components that were needed for this project and be able to account for those using this system. So this does have future enhancements that we're going to be making to it. But for now, we took what we had on the overview and plugged it into this tab. Yeah. But you'll also notice at the top, we did give you a little metric up here. So it will show you the total of all the bids on this project against the cost. And then it shows you a profit and profit percentage right here from the project cost page. So you don't have to use our project costing report anymore. You can go straight to the project to see that information.
So I want to back up for just a second, because I think this is one of the features that when I talk to OG customers that have been with us for a hot minute, sometimes they don't even know that this exists. So this is not a new feature, but I want to be clear as to what it is. This is a place for you to track your actuals and then compare them to your revenue. So it's a project cost report or a project cost tracking section. So materials, labor, what am I missing? Commissions, anything that you want to track, you can track in this section. It was a bit buried before. So for those of you who didn't know that this existed, we've made it more obvious now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it was at the very bottom of the overview. So it was easily missed for sure.
Yes, 100%. But this is a much better view. I love the totals at the top. It's just a much easier, better functioning system than what we had before. So yay.
Martinez Concrete said, love those metrics. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was thanks to Casey. So we can give Casey all the kudos for that design idea. I love it. So as we're jumping into billing, there is a similar thing for billing. So you'll notice, like I said, the design language. So without further ado, this is the biggest change for this project details overview or project details overhaul, excuse me. So forever.
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 Casey in the house.
So we have had an amazing drawing tool, an amazing way to communicate with your customer and keep your projects updated and create professional polished bids. And we've created that customer portal. But the missing piece was payments, but also payment tracking. So with this project, we now have the ability for you guys to record payments, not only like the payment that came through CA Payments, but that will also show as a payment here in the billing tab in the project. But you can also add your own payments. So if you wanted to track your payments specifically, or you wanted Contractor Accelerator to be your point of accounting, you could do that. But it also syncs with QuickBooks now as well. So a payment comes through CA Payments. It's going to show in here as a payment captured. And then once it's settled, it'll show payment settled. And once it's funded, it'll say payment funded or paid. And then you can also, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to go through all the steps. So payment comes through CA Payments. You will see it in here. Once it gets funded, it changes over to funded. And then you can also manipulate if you need to, maybe they made an overpayment. You can apply that payment to multiple invoices. So if you wanted to go into that payment and add additional, invoices to apply it to, you could do that. Yeah. But the other thing is you can create one-off invoices.
Yeah. So I feel like each one of these things deserves its own live because this is such a huge thing that people have been begging us for so long. Felipe, this is huge. So if somebody pays you more than the invoice amount, if you tried to track that in CA today, we don't have payment tracking. We have invoice paid tracking. So you can mark that invoice as paid, but you can't today inside CA say, oh, they paid over or they paid under, or I want to split this payment between two invoices. It's just not built that way until now. How's that for your intro? Yeah. So you can split a payment, you can apply it to separate invoices, you can apply partial payment to an invoice. There's a better way to track that. And if somebody pays you by check or by cash, or whether it came in through a CA payment or a QuickBooks payment or whatever you're using, or if it's coming in from your financing company, there's a way to track all of that now. So you're going to always have a very clear picture when you go into this tab of what is left and how they paid and when they paid and how, what did they use? All that detail is going to be in here. I am so excited about this.
Me too. Joran. No.
That's called a tip.
Not in this world, Joran. Not when there's still a second invoice once that project is done. Yeah. So typically what we see is, let's say they have a bid for $1,000 and they want to pay $250 deposit and a $750 final payment. So if they end up paying you $500 for the deposit instead of $250, Jen was saying you can have that overage applied to the final invoice. And so it will allow you to do partial payments for an invoice and be able to track that. And so I think we should show that because I think we've been talking about it long enough. Before I do that, though, I want to show you can create a general invoice. So if you wanted to just go and create a one-off invoice. So we've had people say, like in the fence world, they need me to come back and fix the gate latch. So you don't want to create a whole bid just for fixing a gate latch. So these are meant to be just the small one-off. You need to create a quick invoice for the customer. You can do that now. There's no contract tied behind it. There's no acceptance process. It literally just creates an invoice for the customer. So here's an example where I created an invoice for a gate latch. And it says fix hinge and latch for $1,000. It's a very expensive fix. So you'll have that invoice now for the customer. It will show up in the portal, and then they can make those payments through CA Payments, or you can go and hit new payment. This is very similar if you've ever used QuickBooks Payments. I will shout out Casey. This is very similar to the way that QuickBooks does their payments, applying payments to invoices, but better.
But better.
Yes. Casey took it and enhanced it big time. So you can have your date, your payment type. So like Jen was saying, it's a check, cash, financing, whatever. I'm going to say this was a check. Probably need to add credit card in there. Let's do $1,000. And then we can go and apply that to this one. So we've got $50 applied to this one, and then we can apply $950 to this one. So then we'll have a remaining balance of $3,050. So if I hit save, it will show that payment. I can see which invoices it was applied to. Everything is tied together with names and reference IDs. And then you can always go back and edit that payment if you need to later, or you can assign additional payments. Very cool.
It's big, guys. Big.
Something we didn't talk about that was like costs up at the top. You will have a tracking or running total for this project for the total number of invoices, the total amount that's been paid, and then the remaining balance. And just like we have now, you can view the statement or send the statement out to the customer, which will reflect what you're seeing here as well. I feel like we need a mic drop.
I know. Here, we can pretend. Here, wait. Should I? I won't drop it though.
And again, you can view all of this stuff in a table view or the card view. So if the card view just isn't cutting it for you, you can always just work in a table view. This is probably what I will work in, but that's just my opinion. I do like the card view. It's pretty, but I think there's certain things that it's just a little bit like, whoa, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. But I think once you get used to looking at it, your eye is gonna go to the thing that you need. It's just learning it. It's a lot of input, but I think the color coding and the location of things, it all makes sense. It's just getting used to it.
Yep. And we've got many things coming down the pipeline after this. These are just this is the first phase to get us into a place where we can just start really ramping up and adding things. Like, for example, I mentioned to Jen before we were prepping for this live, this makes it easier so that when you finalize the bid and the modal pops up that says, are you sure you want to send this to your customer? We can show you the email template right there, and you can edit the email template on the fly. And in here, if you want to send out the final email to the customer and you want to attach different things to that final email, you want to change the email template, again, you can do all of that. We can do all of that stuff now with these newer interfaces. We were just our hands were kind of tied behind our back with our older code, and now the sky's the limit.
Yeah. So just to be clear, those things that she just listed are not going with this update.
Yeah.
But because of this update, updating the legacy code on the back end, as well as giving the front end a facelift, I think we called it a glow up last time we talked. Because of those updates, this will pave the way for us to be able to go in and do those types of things. So there's definitely a lot more coming. This opens a lot of doors for sure.
For sure.
Hey, do you want to talk about that right hand? You talked about the project info section. Can you show them how that collapses and kind of how that piece works?
Yeah. So this is meant to be something you'll notice. The whole software is very flexible now. So there's lots of menus that open and close and sidebars and whatnot. I hate that word. I cannot believe I just said it.
Sidebars?
No, whatnot. It's one of those words. I don't know, filler words. So there's things that ebb and flow and move just to give you more space and more real estate if you need it. The software also obviously does that if you're on a mobile view or a tablet view, but we've got this sidebar that can open and close to give you additional space. So if you are, for example, in the billing section and you're in the table and you want to get more room to view additional information, you can completely minimize everything and just see the data that you're wanting to look at. So it really makes a nice, system where you can focus on certain things, or you can have everything at your fingertips all at once if you need to.
Yeah. And I think that's really the shift in this new design aesthetic that you're seeing throughout the whole system. Is if you like cards, you got cards. If you like tables, you got tables. If you need to see the details, they're right here.
Maybe because we've learned that everybody likes things their own way.
I think that is one of the funniest things, is that y'all think that you're the same and you are not.
That is very true. Very true.
I'm shocked that we don't have more questions from you guys. If you guys have questions, don't hesitate to yell and add them to the chat.
Or just say hi. If you haven't said hi, we like to know who's watching. We can't see who's watching. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but
no,
nice.
Not unless you make a comment. That's the only way we can see you.
Yeah.
Or just even tell us what are you excited about? Because I think my gosh, the activities timeline's huge. The fact that we can actually see the tasks in here is huge. And I have been preaching till my face is blue about start using tasks. If you haven't started using tasks, start using tasks. They're more obvious on the project now. They're going to show up in the activities timeline. You have the ability to set reminders, and tasks are going to be able to be shown on the calendar as well. So tasks have, like, again, getting a glow up for sure. There's a lot more use case for tasks now. So get familiar with that section of the software now and start using them. Aw, hi, Premier Fence. Oh, sorry.
Jen.
Sorry.
Hi, Mom.
Friend Terry. Oh, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Thanks you guys for watching. Hello.
Okay, Joe or Premier or any other existing customer, Martinez, Cindy, what are your favorite, JC, I guess, too? What are the, Steven, we got a lot of customers. What's your favorite thing that you saw today? I really want to know what people are excited about.
Yeah. It's so funny because we sit here and plan this stuff for like years, and it's all very fictitious. And then it starts getting built and we start getting excited. And then we start like, oh, I can actually click the buttons and test it. And like the excitement just builds and builds. And then we get on these lives and we just talk to ourselves about it. And we're like, we're starving for feedback, guys.
Well, because like I told Dee Dee the other day, like we take things personally. Like if we can't solve a problem for our customers, Jen and I specifically, we get like, it bothers us because we want to help you guys and we want you to win and we want the software to help you win. And so when we have to say, no, we can't do that yet, or it's coming, like that's frustrating for us just as much as it's frustrating for you guys. And so now we are so excited because we get to say, yeah, it's actually right here. Yeah, you want to show like an overpayment? We can do that. Like we are so excited that we're going to finally get to be excited and win with you guys. So
I think one of the funnest things is to go through all of the old like roadmap requests, because every time you guys ask for something, we log it. So when we start seeing the same request coming from 17,000 different people, we're like, okay, we really need to prioritize that. A lot of people are needing this. Yeah. And so it's so fun to go in and be like, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, like, and knock all of those requests out of our to-do list. It's really cool.
Yeah. We got some feedback on favorites. I'm excited.
Love it. Okay, what should we share here? Ooh, here we go. Super excited about the billing updates. Yes, faux show. And everything is looking awesome, though. We super appreciate you guys. Thank you. That's very kind. We appreciate you saying
Brian. So. That's Brian. Thank you, Brian.
The payments tab, improvements, recording the form payments received, and the amount that applied to that invoice. Love it. Amazing, amazing.
We've got Luis too, also. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I love that we can view things in the card view. Good. I'm glad that you're excited about that. It makes everything more visual and easier to navigate. Yeah. I remember a long time ago, somebody said, I wish that your software had more color. Here you are.
Oh, it's got color now.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a new color. We have a new color coming to our set soon.
What's that?
Purple.
What are we going to use purple for?
Well, there's purple here on PNGs. There's purple in some of the statuses. But we haven't got to use our purple set yet, so it's coming. Well, I guess I should say purple is in the notifications. We do use some purple in the notifications, but
yeah. I think we've gone a little over our 30 minutes, so I do kind of want to wrap, especially if there's no more questions, but we promised to talk about timing for all of this stuff. So we shared Dashboard with you a few weeks ago. We are excited to tell you that it is launching this week. So you're going to come in one day this week and be like, oh, that's different. Obviously, we're going to email you and tell you, but Dashboard's launching this week. So friendly reminder, when Dashboard does launch, you'll notice that little calendar icon over on the left-hand side on your menu bar. That's how you get to your calendar from now on. The week after this, we're going to be launching that customer and property update that we showed you last time. Oh, she's showing Dashboard. Da-da.
It's so pretty. I can't wait for people to see the metrics.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So Dashboard's coming this week. The next week is the customer and property update. It follows all of the same stuff that we showed you today with project. We just wanted you to get used to seeing it in the customer and property pages before we push that project page live. So it's going to look a little bit disconnected since half of it's updated and half of it's not, but We thought that that was the best way to get you guys in and clicking around and just getting used to where to go and what to look for before we change that property or project page, since you guys live and breathe in there so much. So that will be coming with the full calendar update that we started this whole thing with. Those will be launched together. So the project details and the calendar will be launched together. And we're going to do one more live before we push that so that we can walk through all of the calendar piece with you. This actual live was supposed to be the project update and the calendar, but it was just too much. There was too many exciting things with the project update and the calendar. So we split those into two. So we'll be sharing that calendar update with you on September 1st will be our next and final live of this session.
Series.
Series, whatever it is. Yes.
Contractor Accelerator 2026 summer series.
The summer series. Yes. So September 1st, 2 p.m. Central Time, same time, same place. Just on September 1st will be the final in this series. And then we'll be launching hopefully later that week with the final major update. And then after that, of course, we'll still continue to do updates, but it won't be quite as drastic.
Very true. Yeah. Well, if anyone's watching this recording or anyone is still coming in and watching, please let us know what your favorite features are. We love to pass that on to the team so that they can get excited and feel like what they're doing is exciting too. So I'm stoked.
I am too.
All's going to be so fun at all of the conferences and trade shows we get to go to and show off the new stuff. I'm so excited.
Yep. Obviously, we are checking the comments of all of our social posts where this is live. There's also a Help Center article section called System Updates. You can always find the live re-records there. If you guys have any questions outside of that, please don't hesitate to reach out to support@contractoraccelerator.com.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.